Starting quarterback tonight, number 10, 5'9", 125-pound freshman, and that is Shane Smith. Head coach is Chad Wiseman, assisted by Steve Cherry, Jason LaValle, and Darren Waddington. For Gibbon, here's how things look for them up on the line. Number 59 is 165-pound junior Ty Leonard. Number 61, 225-pound junior Derek Yendrup. Number 65, 200-pound senior Josh Leonard. Number 71, 200-pound junior Colby Hartman. And number 77, 240-pound sophomore Evan Johansson. At end, number 88, 195-pound senior Thad Rocco. And at wideout, number 2, Blake Rivera, 155-pound senior. And number 9, 155-pound junior Jesse Marfolino. The fullback, number 40, 145-pound sophomore Isaac Van Meter. The I-back, number 7, 155-pound senior Juan Marfolino. And the quarterback, number 8, 185-pound senior Derek Clevenger. Head coach of the Gibbon Buffs, Jeff Montgomery, assisted by Dave Strickland and Adam McGill. Buffs are 1-1. Wood River is 0-2. And we are ready for football. You've been listening to the Dr. Pepper pregame show on Power 99. It's the original one, Dr. Pepper. Wood River will move from left to right. Gibbon will move from right to left into the sun, and they will receive the football to start the ball game.
Yeah, this first series right here is going to be very important for Wood River.
We'll see how the kick goes. Pretty good kick, and it is going to be taken by Marfolino at the 10-yard line along the right side, looking for some running room. 15-20, cuts up the middle, and he is just tripped up at the 38, or he was gone. The last man was able to trip Marfolino up, and Gibbon will start first down and 10. And for Gibbon's coaching staff, they want to get that quick start. Get any thoughts of Wood River mentally getting back in the ball game and homecoming and passing them by right now?
Yeah, that was a excellent return there by the Gibbon Flows, and luckily Wood River got a hand on him, trip him up. Otherwise, that would have definitely put a nail in the coffin early.
Well, to start out, Gibbon is going to go 3 wideouts, and the lone setback is Marfolino. Clevenger had a great game last week. Let's see what he does here on the opening snap of this ball game. Clevenger calls the count, hands it to Marfolino off the right side, has nowhere to go, skips through one tackle, gets 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they're close to the first down. He's brought down by Adam Anderson. And one thing about Wood River, as there is a flag down, we are told, is that they had some problems tackling last week, and they had some problems on that play there because Marfolino was hemmed in at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they did a real good job of getting him stopped in the backfield there, but just didn't bring him down, and they just got to wrap up and grab some cloth right there. That was a good inside trap play out of the trips formation.
It will be enough for a Gibbon first down, and that will move the ball across midfield to the 47-yard line, picking up 10. Clevenger turns, hands to Marfolino straight up the middle, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 2. Matt Dvorak and James Martin in on the tackle for Wood River.
Yeah, they just came out in a pro backfield that time and run a veer option, give it to the dive man right behind their guard. And, just a quick hitter, a good safe play, and ended up getting 5 on it right there.
Gibbon on our opening drive of the football game. We'll see what the Buffs can get done here on second down and about 6. They'll split the backfield again. Man split out wide to the left is Marfolino. They'll go to Juan on the running play. Sweep to the right side, turns the corner, has the first down, headed towards the 30, and pushed out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 12.
Last week they run that power sweep like that. That was one of their, bread and butter plays where they pull both guards, just get the whole student body out in front of them, and, picked up good yardage right there. And if Wood River can't stop that, it's going to be a long night.
So Gibbon with 3 handoffs to Marfolino after Marfolino had the kickoff return all the way out to the 38-yard line. First down and 10, and the lone setback will be Marfolino. 3 wide, strong to the left side. They'll go right up the middle. Marfolino gets a great block up front, has some running room inside the 25-yard line, and an initial block there by Ty Leonard clear things out for his running back, Marfolino.
Yeah, that was a real nice trap block there by the guard coming down trapping, and Marfolino did a real good job of reading the block there and cutting back against the grain. We saw him cut back against the grain last week against Ravenna, and we really couldn't tell it was design, but I think that there was a design, cut back play.
Well, it's enough for another first down for the Buffs. It's all been Marfolino, 4 carries for 39 yards. He picked up 13 more right there. And it's first down and 10, ball at about the 17-yard line, and a penalty flag comes out from the side judge, and that normally means somebody moved on the offensive line.
It was either on the offense or the defense line up in encroachment, but it's going to be on the offense.
And that'll make it a
first down and 15.
So our first penalty of the ball game. will move the ball back, but so far Gibbon hasn't had any problems moving the football on the ground. So 1st and 15, they'll back the ball up to the 22. They'll go out of the Maryland eye, run the option. Clevenger looking to keep it himself, and they string it out and hit him hard, and throwing him down at the line of scrimmage is Adam Anderson.
That was a real good job defense in that right there with the 91 Anderson definitely had the quarterback, and he didn't even care about the pitch or the dive. He went right in. It was a real good defensive play.
So a gain of nothing, they say. It'll be 2nd down and 15.
The defensive end did a good job of stringing that out and giving a chance for Anderson to come up and make that tackle.
So Clevenger will bring him up over the football again, 3 wide. Van Meter will be the lone man out to the right side, the wide side of the field. Ball on the left hash. Back and hand it to Marfolino off the right side, and they hit him and drop him down after a gain of only about 1.5 yards.
That time they walked up the outside backer, Wood River did on the strong side, and blitzed him right in there. He came in untouched, and they were able to get him tackled. Now it's 3rd down and about 12.
So Marfolino able to pick up a couple on the play.
Right here I wouldn't be surprised that Gibbon might go to the air and look for their big receiver.
Well, let's see if Rocco at the tight end line up on the right side is the man they go for. Again, 3 split out. Clevenger back. They'll swing it out here, and it is incomplete for Van Meter. It might have been behind the line of scrimmage. That's what they're saying, and Van Meter is able to cover it before it goes out of bounds, but that'll bring up 4th down. That was actually thrown behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, if he'd have just, knocked that backwards, that'd have been a live ball right there and been a great opportunity for Wood River to hop on it, but this defensive stand right here for Wood River is something they needed, so it brings up 4th down and about 15, 16 yards to go.
Well, Van Meter, unfortunately, gets credited for the loss, but he's also the man that made sure that they didn't lose possession of the football.
Yeah, so he did a real good job at knocking it out of bounds, keeping Wood River from getting it.
So 4th down, they are lined up to go for it. In the ball game is Yendra at the fullback position. Clevenger long count, everybody up in the box. Clevenger back to pass, and he avoids one man, wants to throw to the end zone, and he is going to get the catch for the touchdown, and flags are down. Let's see if he held on for the touchdown. Maybe they're saying incomplete.
We got pass interference on Wood River. He grabbed him when he made his cut there, and that's going to be a big break for Wood River, because that'll probably give him a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down. If it's a hold, if it's pass interference, same way, half the distance to the goal. A tough break there on 4th down. Pass interference against the Eagles.
Well, they had a lot of things go right for them right there, and just unfortunately that they got a pass interference there, give Gibbon new life, and a great opportunity for the Buffaloes, to get in the end zone.
So that'll be half the distance to the goal. Should be an 11-yard penalty. It'll keep the drive alive.
1st down.
Clevenger did a great job of avoiding the sack, and then he put the money, but Rocco had a hard time readjusting after the contact.
He caught that, but he was out of the end zone, wasn't he?
He was close. I never saw a signal for a touchdown, and so we just went with the penalty, I guess, and we'll say it's 1st down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Again, they'll go out of that unbalanced eye. They'll go to the last man through. Marfolino comes over the left side, inside the 10, down to about the 8. In on the tackle will be Soto, Martin, and Sam Bossert. 2nd down and about 7 yards to go.
Let's see if Wood River's got another defensive stand here, for them. I look for Gibbon probably just grind it right at him up the middle.
That penalty slowed them down on the illegal procedure, and then they seem to shoot themselves in the foot a couple times. They'll split the backs again. Van Meter, the fullback. Clevenger takes the snap. Marfolino straight up the gut. He'll surge to the 5. Now he's getting some help. Push forward to about the 3-yard line, and just kind of running it right through the interior, right between the tackles, and it'll be short of the 1st down. 3rd down and a couple.
Yeah, that's just a quick hitter, and it's a real hard one, the defense down there inside the goal line, and I wouldn't be surprised here they might come into a 5-man front instead of that 4.
So it'll be 3rd down, 2 yards to go. Ball at about the 4. They need to get just inside the 2 for a 1st down. 4 yards for the touchdown. Clevenger. Long count this time. Quarterback sneak right up the middle. He gets a yard to start it, and then he is pushed back, and there's James Martin again. Also in on the tackle for Wood River is number 76, Zach Mayhew. And let's see if he's got enough for the 1st down. I believe they might have to bring the chains in. Let's see.
I think it's going to bring 4th down. I think they're going to be short.
Looks like they will not measure. It'll be 4th and 1.
Yeah, this is going to be a big defensive play here for the Eagles as well as a big one for the Buffaloes.
So 4th down for the second time on this drive. It's 4th and 1 at the 2. And Wood River probably just going to stuff everybody in the box. Clevenger gets them set. Wood River adjusts defensively. Clevenger calls the count, takes it, fakes the handoff, gives to Van Meter, and he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. There's a little too much razzle-dazzle that time for the Buffaloes. And Martin's in there, Mayhew was in there, and Matt Dvorak hit him first. And so they deny him, but now Wood River has a long field, but something good for the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a real good defensive stand there for the Wood River Eagles. Gibbon just wasn't able to get it into the box to get in the score there. So, but like you say, it's a long field here, and then they got a freshman quarterback. So it's going to be interesting to see how he handles this offense.
Clevenger faked the quarterback dive and then pitched it to Van Meter, who was only about a foot away from him, and so he had no momentum to get going, and thus they were able to get on him.
Got an unbalanced line for Wood River.
Strong to the right side, and the quarterback with Martin and Harders behind him, hands it to Harders on the weak side, and he's going to be thrown down near the end zone. He does get out of the end zone, though. They lose maybe about a half a yard. The ball will be placed inside the 1.
That time Wood River came out in an unbalanced line with a wing on the left, and Gibbon never slid over, and Wood River run right back into the strength of the defense on that. If they'd have run to the strong side, they'd have had him outnumbered.
That's one of those things. The freshman's not going to audible at the 1 yard line, I guess. And
yeah, that's just one disadvantage.
One of many as Sam Bossert comes up under center again. Shane Smith comes up under center. Hard count, and let's see if Gibbon is the team that jumped here.
It looks like it is. I think they're going to get 5 yards there because I think he drawed him off with the hard count.
That'll at least give them a little bit of breathing room.
They'll give them 5 yards. It'll be second down and about 8.
Well, we never did get an indication from the referee, but it is illegal procedure because that's the way they march it off. That'll be the second, or offsides against Gibbon. That'll be their second penalty. That'll bring up second down and about 6. They'll hand it off. Martin off the left side, breaks 1-2 tackles, and he's across the 10. Should be very close and should have enough for the first down out to the 14.
Quick curl trap right there from Wood River. That was a real quick hitter where they run a little curl trap with the guard and a cut back with the running back. That was a well-designed play.
So Wood River gets the first down on Martin's carry.
That's why I was talking to the Wood River coaches on.
The big center, Zach Mayhew, 304-pound senior. They hope for him to clear some space. 8 in the box for Gibbon. Again, unbalanced line to the right. Smith, long count. They'll run the option left. Smith keeping the football, looks to pitch. Pitches late to Harders, and the same man, Thad Rocco, had both of them covered. He came off the quarterback and was able to cut the sideline off and make the tackle on Harders, who's going to lose a couple of yards.
Yeah, it looks like, the flow of the defense there is just so much quicker than the flow of the offense. So I think Gibbon might have a little more quickness on their side of the field. So Wood River might be, it's their advantage, to keep it in between the tackles.
And again, decision-making by your freshman back there is just not going to be as quick as someone who has a season of experience under their belt. Kids that probably are supposed to be playing on Monday night are playing here on Friday. And the Eagles doing okay here so far. We're scoreless in the first quarter. Broken play and a sack. Smith was going back to hand the football off, and Colby Hartman busted through the line and sacked him for a big loss back inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like there was a misassignment there with the blocking or something up front. The guy came through free and got into the backfield there, and the quarterback really never had a chance.
It's going to be a loss of about 5. It's going to be 3rd and 17. And this is where the passing game will probably come into play, or just try not to make the turnover. 4:10 to go first quarter. We're scoreless. Smith with the split backfield. Shane takes it, trots back, wants to throw, slips, throws it towards the sideline. The left side's got a man complete into the hands of Zach Egger, and that should be enough for a first down.
Hey, that's a nice little throw for a freshman quarterback. He's a left-hander, and he had all kinds of blue jerseys around him. He was able to, still get that ball off, and and got a first down. So that's a big play. That's got to be definitely a momentum getter for Wood River right now.
17-yard completion right in front of the Wood River bench, and that'll get the Eagles fired up, and that'll keep the ball in their hands with 4 minutes to go. This drive started inside their own 2-yard line after a defensive stand. Again, unbalanced line to the right. Quarterback Smith. Long count this time, tried to draw him off. They didn't bite. Option to the left side, and he is hit right away and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Gibbon can start to anticipate Thad Rocco in there again with the tackle.
I think Gibbon knows they're going to try to go back to that weak side, number situations there, and, hopefully they'll have some type of other, play coming off that, like a counter coming back to the strong side or something.
Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be second down and 11. 3.5 to go first quarter. Gibbon nothing. Wood River nothing. Gibbon marched from their own 38 all the way down to the 2 before being shut down. Had their drive stay alive on a 4th and 15 pass interference. Now Wood River with their first possession. They'll hand it off to the second man through Harders, makes a good cut, and then after getting 2-3 yards, he's going to be dropped down. In on the tackle for Gibbon was Ty Leonard.
Yeah, Harder made a real nice cut there, and, Gibbon closed it real quick. The situation that Wood River runs into is, on first down, they lose yards, and it's kind of hard to get 10 or 15 yards and 2 downs here. So another big third down play for the Wood River Eagles.
Harders picks up 5. It'll be third down and 7. Split out wide to the right here for the Eagles will be Danny Powell. They're going to line him up in the eye this time with Martin, the fullback. And they will hand it to the fullback. Martin got a little bit of a hole. They try to strip him of the football, and coming in, Marfolino knocks him down after he was held up immediately by Derek Clevenger. Martin was kind of dragging Clevenger along, and then as he was trying to strip the ball, Marfolino came in and took him off his feet. It's going to be a gain of about 4, 4th down and 2.
Yeah, Marfolino did a real good job of coming up and putting the final touches on that after Clevenger had him wrapped up. So, now we got 4th down and 2, and, Wood River will probably end up punting the ball here, and we'll see what, I know last week that was one of the big downfalls of Wood River is the special teams.
Yeah, they had a punt return, and of course a couple had a kickoff return, and now they're lining up to go for it on 4th down and 2. And now we've got a whistle and maybe timeout. Gibbon was not ready, and the Buffaloes, not happy that they had to call that timeout, thought that maybe there had been too much time on the play clock used by Wood River. So now Wood River timeout, and back to punt it away for the Eagles will be number 32, Jake Wissing, another freshman. They'll fake it, short snap, and it is not going to be good enough for the first down. He needed to make it to the 35. They're marking him about a half a foot short on the short snap. On the fake punt, it was Soto carrying it, and off the bottom of the pile there was Marfolino, along with Evan Johansson and Colby Hartman, and they are going to be about a half a length of the football short.
That there was a, pretty brave play. You can tell Wood River needs something for momentum, and, if they could have got that to keep the drive going, the momentum was there, but, at least they didn't take a chance of having Gibbon return a punt, getting right back in that yardage situation, so we'll see what their Gibbon offense does here, see if they can get it in the end zone.
Gibbon had to be kind of ready for that, though, didn't they?
I would think so.
So we'll go back to action here. Marfolino, the lone setback. 3 wideouts again. A little more spread formation tonight. They're going to go with the end around. The double reverse. It's going to be Van Meter trying to stretch it around the right side. Clevenger lays a good block for him inside the 30 to the 25. He's got the first down close to the 20-yard line. Took a while for the play to develop, and it wouldn't have developed had Clevenger not laid a great block out there, as Wood River's number 50, Casey Almquist, had the play sniffed out.
Yeah, that was a real good double reverse. Clevenger was the lead blocker out there, and he did a real good job on the defensive end, getting him hooked so they, able to get outside.
A 14-yard pickup for Van Meter, good enough for the first down. It's 1st and 10. Gibbon ball at the 20-yard line with a minute and a half to go here in a scoreless first quarter. They go out of that Maryland eye again. They'll run the option. Clevenger strung out, and he is going to be thrown down behind the line of scrimmage, making the tackle. Phil Denman for Wood River coming in there.
Yeah, that was a real good job by Denman coming in and getting the quarterback. And, that's one of the things that I know the Wood River coaching staff, worked on this week is whenever Clevenger runs that option down the line, I'll guarantee that somebody's going to be in his face.
Well, they have definitely done a good job, and we talked with both the coaches about the way Clevenger played, and Coach Chad Wiseman flat out said that's the first guy that we have to pay attention to. And after Marfolino took him kind of down the field on the opening drive, they've won away from him. It's second down, about 15 yards to go. We have 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Clevenger split back, goes to Marfolino, sprint out to the right side. He'll cut it up across the 20-yard line, gets that yardage that they lost back, and maybe a yard and a half more. It'll be third and long.
That was just that sweep play to the wide side of the field where they got good yardage the first time they run it, and they could turn around and run that same play back to the wide side of the field 2 or 3 times and probably get in the end zone with it.
So we got the 5 yards back. It'll be third down and 10. Probably time to run one more play here in the first quarter as Gibbon comes up to the line of scrimmage with 15 seconds. 2 men split out wide to the right, 1 to the left. Clevenger looks that way, and now a quarterback draw, and he is going to be tackled right around the line of scrimmage. Comes up for a yard, maybe 2, and that'll be the end of the quarter. In on the tackle for the Wood River Eagles was number 81, Chris Maloney. No, excuse me, let me check that. That was Adam Anderson, I believe, and also number 75, Matt Dvorak, in on the tackle. So Clevenger didn't get much there. He picked up about 2 yards, maybe 3. It'll be fourth down and 7 yards to go, and we are at the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless, Gibbon and Wood River here on Power 99. We're here on Power 99, Doug Duda and Leland Skeen. It'll be fourth down, 7 yards to go for Gibbon at the Wood River 16-yard line. Full house backfield. Clevenger long count, and the left end jumps. That's going to be a 5-yard motion penalty on Gibbon as he was firing off the line, but left too soon. For Gibbon, that'll be their third penalty for 15 yards. 1 penalty for 11 yards, that pass interference on Wood River. So do you rethink your philosophy now?
Well, they were lined up in that offset Maryland I, just going to run a power play. And apparently it was to the left side of the offense there, the way he fired off. And, right now, they're going to have to get about 12 yards for a first down. So, they come out in the pro backfield here. I wouldn't be surprised to see that sweep or a quick dive.
Blake Rivera and Jesse Marfolino split out wide to the right side. Rivera in the slot right. Back to pass Clevenger. He's looking to the right, throws it to the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown. Rivera hauls it in for the 22-yard touchdown, and Gibbon is on the board here on homecoming on the first play from scrimmage in the second quarter.
That's a nice little post corner pattern, by the inside receiver there. Outside receiver did a little square in, and, the defensive back just could not stay up with the receiver there, and the ball is put right on the money. So, that was a score for Gibbon. Makes it 6-0. Now they'll line up for the extra point and try kicking it in.
And so we will see Ty Leonard attempt the extra point. Benj will hold. Here's the snap. The kick is smothered. It's blocked. And so it is no good. And let me see if I can pick up the number of who blocked that kick. I think it was Jeff Harters maybe coming through there and smothering it. But it was a low kick, and about anybody from Wood River could have got a hand on it. So your score with 11:54 to go in the first half. Gibbon 6, Wood River nothing. The kickoff next.
Between September 12th and September 20th, receive an extra 20% off already discounted NASCAR die-cast at Brick Street Mall in St. Paul in booth number 55 only. Also receive 25% off any antique or collectible purchase between September 12th and 20th in booth number 55.
New West Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery is Central Nebraska's premier clinic for sports-related injuries and rehabilitation. Doctors Dan Slosky, Heber Crockett, John Wright, and Bernie Cowan are here to help the athlete and all of us. New West Sports Medicine, Central Avenue in Kearney.
Welcome back to Gibbon. I want to thank the coaching staff for allowing us to bring you high school football here tonight. And Gibbon is now on the board as Leonard will tee it up and try and get the ball a little bit farther down the field with a 6-0 lead.
This return right here for Wood River, they need good field position. And, last week Gibbon kicked the ball short. It only goes down to about the, 25, 20-yard line. We'll see if they have that same philosophy, tonight.
And ready to boot it away with Wissing back deep. It's going to be a short kick, and it'll be taken by Wissing at about the 17-yard line up the field to the 20. Breaks a tackle 25, gets to the outside 30, 35, 37 before he's finally brought down by number 4, David Benj. And a good return by the Eagles. And again, they have to feel a lot better about the way they're playing right now, even though they're down 6-0.
Yeah, right now I can't see what, Wood River has done anything wrong, and everything is, going real good for them there. And the Buffaloes, I think, are not playing as well as I saw them play last week.
First down and 10. Ball placed, and Wood River will split the backs. Martin and Jeff Harders. Shane Smith, the quarterback. Man split out wide to the right, into the short side left. Turn, hand it off. Harder's got a good block for Martin. Comes across the 35, back to the 37. Got about a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. In on the tackle was Leonard.
Just nice little isolation play out of the split backfield. Picked up 1-2 yards there. And, they might just, try to come out and, try to get something going, get momentum.
2nd down, 9 yards to go for the Eagles. Trailing 6-0 here, early in quarter number 2. Here's the handoff to the first man through, and Martin is met by Leonard after the initial surge. Martin sure gets off the ball real quick. He was able to pick up a quick yard, maybe a yard and a half, and it was closed down immediately for him.
Yeah, Martin's quick coming out of the backfield. That was again that curl trap. It just looked like the linebacker brushed off his block and stayed right in the hole, and that's why that one didn't go anywhere. But it brings up 3rd down and 6.
So Martin trying to lead the way, one of the handful of seniors on this ball club. And for James, that's just his 3rd carry, has 15 yards. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. 2 men split out wide to the right. Ball on the left hash. Smith back to pass. Short drop, throws it over the middle. Got a man complete into Gibbon territory at the 47-yard line. And a nice little pass out there into the hands of Eggers again. And another 1st down. He's 2 for 2 through the air.
For a freshman, stepping back, he took a little 5-step drop there, set up. Again, there was all kinds of pressure around and, got right to his target. One thing I've noticed that they're not really running real complicated routes, just one guy. They're not making the quarterback make different reads. So he's got one guy he's looking at, and he's doing a real good job of it.
Well, and he knows, and they know from the first 2 weeks that he's not going to have a lot of time. It's a very short drop. He looks immediately and lets her go. 1st down and 10. Again, 2 men split out wide to the right. Quarterback back to pass again on 1st down. Has some time over the middle, trying the same play, and Gibbons all over, and we have a flag for interference.
I was going to say that they didn't get a flag on that one. There's some coaches going to be out there on the field on that one there. Again, that was the same pass play that they threw last time. 5-step drop, turn, throw, and, that time Gibbon just kind of mugged the receiver out there, but Woodriver got the penalty.
And Gibbon had that well covered. I think it was 6-on-1 right there.
Yeah, there was a lot of defensive there. I think Gibbon read that play, and just unfortunately for the Buffaloes, he got there too early.
15-yard mark off, and the Eagles are down to the Gibbon 31-yard line. 1st down and 10. 10 minutes to go, first half. Gibbon 6-0. But this is not the same team that Wood River trotted out on the field last week. Eagles will split their backs again, unbalanced line to the right side. Slot receiver left is Egger. They'll turn, hand it off, right up the middle. Harder's got tripped up. And there is Leonard again to bury him after a gain of maybe 1. The offensive line opened up a little bit of a hole up the middle, but somebody shot through. I think it was the right guard and just nipped him on the ankle, and he tripped him up.
Somebody got him right there on the foot, either that or he tripped over a blade of grass. But I'd say somebody probably got their hand in there and tripped him up. But other than that, there was a pretty good hole there. He might have got 4 or 5 more yards.
Harders gets 2 as it is, and it's 2nd down and 8. And Wood River moving the football here. Nothing very complicated about their offensive formation so far. Smith turns, gives it to Martin off the right side, has a little bit of running room, strips the tackle of Arfolino, and then Clevenger finishes him off at about the 26-yard line. His progress pushed farther backwards. But he's going to get about 3, maybe 3.5. We'll call it 3rd down and 4 to 5 yards to go.
One thing I've noticed, Gibbon has still been pretty aggressive on defense on their tackling, just like they were last week. And, if they keep that up, the 4th quarter, might be in the Buffalo's favor.
And 3rd down coming up, 2 down territory. Remember that Wood River went for that fake punt, and that's how Gibbon marched down the field and put it in the end zone eventually. 3rd down again. Turn, hand off right side. Martin, same play as the last one, and he is not going to have any corner to turn. They simply run out of room, and Clevenger is there again. And if you're Wood River and anything they're doing positive is good tonight, but I think you want to run away from Clevenger.
Well, I would think so, unless they feel their fullback is a real good blocker. And when I talked to them on Monday, and they thought that their fullback could handle Clevenger, and and they would probably run right at him. They want to get him tired, going into the fourth quarter and do it on defense as well as offense.
Well, it's 4th and 2. They'll go for it. Martin has got 3 yards on each of the last 2 plays. Let's see if they run the same exact play here. Little confusion as where the end wants to go. He's finally set. Straight up the middle of the ball is fumbled, and Gibbon has it. Inside the 20-yard line, Martin never got the football. They tried to go with a quick hitter up the middle, and on top of it is Juan Marfolino. And Gibbon will pick up the ball after the first fumble of the contest on 4th down. Fumbled it forward about 6 yards, and so Gibbon will be inside their own 20 at about the 18.
I don't know if he'd have got the first down if he'd have held on to it, because Gibbon had that play pretty well stopped at the line of scrimmage, which that's probably why it caused the fumble. So, that's a break for Gibbon right there, and they got the ball, and they'll see if they continue running the ball down the field here.
First down and 10, Buffaloes on their own 19. They lead at 6-0, just under 8 minutes to go in the first half of play. Clevenger is going to hand it off, stretch play, try to get to the outside. Marfolino cuts it back up. Martin hits him hard. Egger's in there, and they'll drop him down after a gain of about 5 out to the 24-yard line.
It's power sweeps again to the right side, and picked up 5. Every time they run that, they pick up 5. They might just keep running that until Wood River can stop it, and that'll open up something else.
Marfolino had 7 carries for 54 yards in the first quarter. Van Meter 3 carries for 11. Clevenger 4 carries, 0 yards. And they didn't pass the ball in the first quarter. That touchdown pass came on the opening play of quarter number 2. Second down, 5 yards to go. I formation. They're going to go unbalanced line to the left side. They will keep it in Clevenger's hand. He wants to roll out and throws it high in the air. All kinds of contact and pass interference. That was simply a case, though, it seemed, where the feet kind of got tangled up, and usually they let that go. Now, Rocco got his feet tangled up back here at the 45-yard line of Gibbon. The ball landed at the 35-yard line of Wood River. I don't know if that would have been catchable had he not made contact.
I think it would have probably been thrown right over him, but it just looks like they got their feet tied up together, and unfortunately it's going to be pass interference on Wood River Eagles.
So that'll be a second pass interference call on Wood River. Only their second penalty of the ball game. And it'll bring up first down and 10. 6th first down of the ball game for Gibbon.
They've been big penalties, though.
Now 3 wideouts again. Didn't see this as much last week, and I know Coach Montgomery, as he said in the pregame, wants to work on throwing the ball a little bit more. So it's first down and 10. Clevenger going to hand the football off to Marfolino. Marfolino, pretty good hold on the left side. 45, 50. Marfolino into the secondary. 45, 40, 35, 30, and he is going to be brought down at the 20-yard line, negating the early call of Leland Skeen. And Harders brings him down with the tackle as he got the angle on him, but a nice run. Going to pick up 40 yards on the play.
That was a good tackle by their safety coming across the field there. I didn't think he'd get there, but I know they got some pretty good speed back there. But again, that was that power sweep, going to the strong side. And we saw him cut it back last week against Ravenna, and he did the same thing here and got some real good yards out of it.
41-yard run by Marfolino, and that's going to be good enough for a first down, obviously. And Marfolino now has 100 yards on 9 carries in this football game, 10 carries in this football game. Ball will be spotted just inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Yendra, the lone setback, split to the right side, quarterback sneak. Clevenger is dropped down, and there's something that they've seen on film. Martin in there on the tackle. Also in there on the tackle, I believe, was that freshman that we have been talking about, number 32, Jake Wissing.
Yeah, he must have saw a gap right there and then just read that because the backs looked like they were going to be another sweep play, and so he just read that and got 5 yards or 4 yards out of that.
Now back in the backfield will be Van Meter and Marfolino. Split out wide to the right side, Blake Rivera and Marfolino at the left wing. Here's a quick hitter in the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Tried to just go with a quick little hook over on the right side to Blake Rivera, incomplete.
Yeah, tried a little stop pattern out there on the outside to pick up a quick 5. It brings up third down and 6 now.
And Gibbon has had problems in this area of the field. Both times they've been down there, they had to go for it on fourth down, denied the first time, and then got the long touchdown pass the second time.
Yeah, it seems like when they get down that red zone, they kind of, go away, but got them down there.
Now they're going to overload the left side. Wide is Jesse Marfolino. In the slot left will be Rivera. Rocco is in the slot left. And Clevenger's going to hand it off to Van Meter. Van Meter trying to get to the left corner. He's being pursued by Harders, and he's going to be knocked down before he can get to the corner. Over on the tackle, Zach Egger.
That's going to bring up another 4th down, and like you talked about before, they've had trouble down there, so it's 4th down and looks like about 4.
Mark it down at around the 12-yard line, and Van Meter picking up about 3 yards on the play. So they'll go for it. And Wood River again a chance to come up with a big defensive play.
Let's see how many they got in. It seems like they've been in that situation all night.
They'll go with the power split backs. And again, they have a timeout, it looks like. Gibbon didn't like their formation. You see, last time they got penalized for motion, which actually kind of helped them out on the pass play. It gave them more room between the line of scrimmage and the end zone to kind of stretch the play out. But here a timeout, and Gibbon calling their second timeout of the ball game. Had to go for it in the red zone on 4th down. Ball on the left hash. Clevenger sets them down. Long count looks things over. Comes back to pass. Wants to fade to the right side. Has time. Throws it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Double coverage. Tried to get it to Rivera on a similar play that they hooked up for on the first touchdown. It was a well-thrown ball, but it was just about a step ahead of where Rivera was, and Wood River will stop him again on 4th down.
Yeah, they tried to run a post corner, and his only receiver out there. The last time that they run that play, they had a receiver underneath. There was a flag on the play, as well, which was
penalty against Gibbon is declined.
Yeah, the penalty was against Gibbon there, and it's going to decline it. So Wood River will get the ball.
And I imagine if you're Gibbon, and I probably would have thought the same thing, you wouldn't have figured that any of the receivers out there would have been double covered, but Wood River stayed home with their assignments and didn't fall asleep and sell out to the run.
Well, when there's, they had 2 guys there, and instead of running 2 receivers out, they run 1, and that would automatically give them double coverage.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Wood River will take over on offense again, deep in their own territory, and back to pass. They want to throw. Rocco pressuring the quarterback, rolls out. He'll tuck it up and run, and he is brought down at about the 15-yard line. Going to be good enough for 3. Smith scrambling out of there, and Gibbons secondary coverage a little bit better that time.
Yeah, they just didn't run out 1 receiver, and he was doing a little chair pattern up the sideline, and the quarterback read that he was covered and probably did the smart thing and just tucking it up and, getting 2 yards.
Wood River has all their timeouts, but right now they just want to get a couple of first downs, see where they can position themselves before the half. They'd like to not give the ball back to Gibbon again here in the first half. It's only 6-0 here in this little rivalry game, and throw homecoming on top of it for the Buffaloes. Smith hands it straight up the middle, and Harders gets the line of scrimmage and maybe another yard. In on the tackle, Josh Leonard that time. 2 or 3 guys from Gibbon always in there, and Ty Leonard has been doing a lot of good work, but the front 4 have been pretty solid for Gibbon defensively.
Yeah, the front 4 has been doing a lot of, getting most of the tackles. Leonard's been in on about every one of them there, and, right here, and, the big 3rd down for Wood River, because with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, and if they could get a first down here, I know Wood River would probably be happy if they could get in there with, only giving up 6 points.
So 3rd down, call it 7 yards to go. Again, not much variation, unbalanced line to the right side. Smith wants to throw a quick crossing pattern, throws it behind the intended receiver, tried to get it into the hands of Sean Smith. And so Shane and Sean tried to hook up there, and he threw it behind him. It'll be 4th down in a punting situation for the Eagles.
Yeah, that was thrown right there behind him. If it had just been, behind him a little bit more, that would have been 6 points for Gibbon because it bounced off the defensive back's hands.
Well, that was Shane Smith's first incomplete pass, and he's now 2 for 3. And now we have probably too many men on the field as the flight came while the teams were just coming out of the huddle. And that'll be a penalty on Wood River. Yeah, that'll back him up 5 yards substitution for an illegal substitution. That'll be the 3rd penalty and bring up 4th down and 12.
This is going to be interesting right here. Wood River hasn't, punted yet tonight just to see what type of coverage they have. Try to get Gibbon, down there around their 40-yard line.
Jake Wissing to punt the ball away. He'll stand in the middle of his own end zone. 2 deep for Gibbon. Snap is a good one. The boot is away. Pretty high, fairly short kick, and it'll be taken by Gibbon. Van Meter is going to retreat behind the 40, and he's brought down Zach Egger. He actually lost yards as they run a little fake there to Marfolino after the punt was caught. Nice punt that time. Going to cover 29 yards, but no return.
Yeah, that's a real nice punt for Wood River. Had excellent coverage on that. I'm sure they worked on that quite a bit this week. And, right now, Gibbon's got 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Try to get it in the end zone. Probably the big factor is they only got one timeout left.
Actually looked like it traveled a little farther than it did, but it kind of hung in the air and allowed the team to get down there, so it had a lot of hang time. Not as much distance, but again, just a freshman kicking out of his own end zone, and I'm sure they will take Gibbon advantage of it. They'll take it at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on these freshmen. For Wood River, they're going to grow up a lot this year.
Well, it's first down and 10 for Gibbon. Remember, last week it was 56-0 at this point. Tonight it's 6-0. They'll set a man in motion for the first time tonight. Blake Rivera, they'll hand it to him on the end around, and he gets nothing. He gets absolutely nothing. He is upended by Sam Bossert, and then a host of other Wood River Eagles pile on.
Just a little insight. Anytime that they're going to run motion, the defense for Wood River's got a special call, and they're going to be slanted to that motion. If they come back and away from that motion, it's going to be big 6 points.
That's what I bring you along for, the scouting report. Second down, here we go again, man in motion. Now they'll run the option to that weak side. They're going to test your theory. Clevenger cuts up. We've got a penalty flag in the backfield across the 35 down to the 30. Breaks a tackle, fumbles the ball, but out of bounds. But this one is coming back, holding, and I think that ended up being on the right end there for Gibbon as they were trying to get Clevenger around the corner and bring it back.
Yeah, that was a holding call there, but, like I said, they still got 10 yards and it's just one-on-one, and and Clevenger can break a tackle. He could have went the distance there, but that holding penalty there is going to back them up 10 yards and be in the favor of the Eagles here, and we'll see what Gibbon's going to do.
Well, for Gibbon, that is their 5th penalty, and they have a total of 40 yards. So 5 penalties, 40 yards, and don't forget, coming up, the Ravenna Sanitation halftime report will run down the first half stats, talk about what's coming up next week, and we'll talk about a new recruit that someday Leland Skeenel-Wish was playing for his football team. That's all coming up at halftime. But first off, we still have 2:52 to go here in the first half. Gibbon 6, Wood River nothing. And the holding penalty moves the ball all the way back to the Gibbon 46-yard line. And the clock will wind now as the Buffaloes come over the football. They'll put Van Meter back at the fullback position as they split the backs. Clevenger with the ball on the right hash. Drops straight back to pass. 2-man in motion to the right side. All kinds of time. Throws it high in the air. This pass is underthrown, and it is going to be intercepted, and then the ball knocked out of Zach Egger's hands. Thad Rocco came back, and the offensive man became a defensive back, and Thad was able to punch it out of Zach's hands, and that was close to an interception and a fumble there.
Yeah, he did a real good job of coming back and starting to play defense, knock the ball out of the defensive's hands right there. So you can credit Rocco for that play down there.
Derek was under a little bit of pressure, but I've noticed twice now that he's thrown that ball pretty high in the air instead of on a line on the deep patterns in the middle of the field. They got a pass interference on it in the first quarter, and here almost intercepted. Stops the clock, 2:30 to go. Third down, 24 yards to go. They need to make it to the 30-yard line of the Eagles. See if they try the same play. Clevenger, fake handoff, looks against the grain, goes over the middle to Thad Rocco, and it's in and out of his hands, maybe a little bit behind him. That was only about a 7-yard route. They were hoping maybe he could get some yards after the catch. But after the touchdown pass, Clevenger has misfired on his last 4 passes, and that'll bring up Gibbon's first punt of the ball game.
Yeah, that there, looked like they were in a 2-deep zone on the outside, and the tight end was locked up man-to-man, and I know that's one thing they want to do is try to keep the ball out of Rocco's hands.
So Thad yet to haul in a reception. Didn't get a lot of action last week either. But he will see some here as he is the punter. And the snap, the left-footed kicker, end over end line drive, fair catch called for. And he will stop right there at the 20-yard line. And that is a punt of 34 yards. No return. And Wood River with 3 timeouts has it 1st and 10 at their own 20 with 2:18 to go first half in a scoreless ball game. You're listening to 6-0, Gibbon with the lead. Wood River trying to get on the board. You're listening to high school football on KKPR-FM, Kearney, Gibbon, Wood River, Power 99. Doug Duda and Leland Skeen with the call here, week 3. On our sister station, AM 1460, Kearney Catholic and Cozad are playing. We hope to have an update on that game during halftime. Right now, the backs are split. Quarterback Shane Smith, long count. And maybe too long. Penalty flags coming against Wood River.
Yeah, movement out here by the wide receiver. He jumped and, drove him offside, so it'd be 5 yards against Wood River.
Next week we will be west of Kearney. We'll see our first 8-man game of the year. Overton Eagles trying to rebound after the loss of All-Stater Derek Bacon against the Silver Lake Mustangs. Same district. Silver Lake won the district last year, and then Overton came back and won the playoff game. So we will see them again. A couple of teams with massive linemen, both offensively and defensively. Two-man split out wide to the right this time for the Eagles. Smith's going to hand it off to Martin. Martin steps out of one tackle, but can't step out of the ankle tackle of the second man, Thad Rocco. He'll come dragging him forward for about 3, and it'll be second down and long.
Rocco's, hits that line real quick, and, if Gibbon don't get him wrapped up right there at that line of scrimmage, he's a pretty good, horse going through there.
Martin hits the hole pretty good, as you heard Coach Wiseman talking about the pregame. Split out wide to the right now for Wood River will be Josh Harders. And in the slot to the right, looks like Adam Anderson. They'll swing it out to Anderson, right down the line of scrimmage, and he's not going to go anywhere. Marfolino was on top of that play right away. Juan comes in and makes the tackle. And I don't think they gained or lost anything. We'll say it's third down and 12.
Yeah, it's a big third down play, and it seems like Wood River has always been in those situations, third down and 10 or 12 yards to go. They've came through with a couple of big plays on third down and kept their drive going. But, right here, they're probably going to run the clock and try to get underneath a minute.
Minute 10 to go. And remember, Gibbon with only one timeout, so probably waiting to see what happens on this play before they elect to call it. But third and long, stacked to the right side. They'll run it up the middle, and Martin running hard. Finally knocked backwards by Colby Hartman. He's going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage at the 20, and Gibbon, I think, is going to burn that timeout, stopping the clock with 53 seconds to go. It's going to be fourth down and 10, as Martin now has 27 yards rushing, and he's carried it 7 times. Even though they have not scored much in the first 2 games, Martin is averaging over 100 yards through the first 2 games. He had 84 last week. So Gibbon calls timeout. 53 seconds to go before the half. Gibbon 6, Wood River nothing. Fourth and 10. Make good punt coverage here, and they can get the halftime at 6-0, and that would have to be a victory right now for the Eagles.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Gibbon come with 10 people here.
They have just one man back, and that is Blake Rivera. It looks like Gibbon's going to send at least 9 of them. Here's the snap, good one, and the boot is away.
Nice punt.
Nice high kick to the 50-yard line, and I thought we had a fair catch, but no. Rivera comes across the 50, and he's stacked up, pushed back at the 47-yard line. Whole host of Wood River Eagles in on the tackle. Anderson was in there. Zach, let's see, also in there, number 84, Zach Detloff on the tackle. 43 seconds left.
Again, real good coverage there by Wood River coming down, and, they got the punt off, and, we got 43 seconds here with Gibbon a chance to score. We saw him do this last week against Ravenna. Go down and then score at the last play right before half, and, it was a great big momentum getter, and this will be the same thing in this game.
30-yard punt, about a 3-yard return, first down and 10. Wood River will see Gibbon come over at the Eagle 47-yard line. Trips to the right side. Clevenger drops back to pass. He wants to throw deep. Now has to pull it back. Good coverage. Still on his feet. Now he's going to have to tuck it up and run. 45. Gets by Martin 40. Down the sideline 35. Runs over another man to the 31-yard line. And a good carry. Finally brought down by Sam Bossert. A gain on the play of 16. And now Gibbon coach Jeff Montgomery wants him to down the ball. He's kind of perturbed that his quarterback didn't get out of bounds to stop the clock. And let's see if that's what they can do here as soon as they spot it. And Wood River has called a timeout.
Actually, the referee did say it went out of bounds and stopped the clock right there, and I don't think Montgomery saw that and wouldn't have to hurry. But anyway, Wood River, burned the timeout right here, to try to keep him out of the end zone.
So a timeout, Wood River defensively after the 16-yard carry by Derek Clevenger. It'll be first down and 10 at the Wood River 31-yard line when we come back.
I know a company that'll go a mile out of their way to serve you. In fact, they'll go several.
Football here on Power 99. We are 29 seconds away from the Ravenna Sanitation halftime report, but we've still got some business to take care of. Gibbon trying to get themselves in position for their second score of the game. They lead it 6-0 over Wood River. 1st and 10 now at the Eagle 30. Split out Rivera to the left side. And he is the only wideout, so they go double tight end. Jesse Marfolino lined up at the right end. They'll turn back to pass. Clevenger looks for his lone wideout under pressure. Rolls, throws against the grain. The ball is going to go for Rivera, and it is underthrown by the sidelines, out of bounds anyway at about the 9-yard line. Incomplete, stopping the clock with 21 seconds. That play took 4.5 seconds.
He scrambled around back there, but I'll guarantee you one thing. Wood River knows that Gibbon's probably going to, throw the ball here, and just by knowing Darren Waddington, Wood River's defensive coordinator, he will be blitzing at least one, if not two people every down.
Well, he had some big boys trying to come through the middle. Brandon Thompson was putting some pressure on the quarterback, Clevenger. Now 2nd down and 10 at the 30-yard line. Right hash, that's where both men are, split to the right. Clevenger back, throws one underneath to Rivera, and it is behind. Zach Egger tried to go back and get it for Wood River, and it's incomplete. 3rd down.
He blitzed the right outside corner. He brought the left corner that time on a delayed blitz, so they're coming with 6 players, every down, and right there, it kind of looked like Gibbon might have got a break, because it looked like it might have been a little offensive pass interference.
Now, there was some contact, but they let her go, and it's 3rd down and 10. Clevenger, after completing his first pass for a touchdown, 0 for 6. All the passes here in the second quarter. And if you're Coach Jeff Montgomery and the crew, you kind of got to be scratching your head. They expected a little more here, and it's not that anything is blown up in their face, but they just don't have the big plays like they were expecting, and now misassignment, and we have a flag coming out for delay of game. Coach Montgomery knew it as Gibbon came up over the ball. They were lined up wrong. They had to shift, and by that time, the 25-second clock had run out.
And really, that penalty, it doesn't really, hurt the Buffaloes. It just, backs them up 5 yards, but with 15 seconds to go, they're going to have to be, throwing the ball down the field anyway.
Got to get a first down or get out of bounds to stop the clock. They are out of timeouts. And again, I think they have them lined up wrong over there. Yes, they do. All kinds of problems here for Gibbon. They can't get lined up. Clevenger's going to have to snap the ball, or he's going to get dung up again. Back to pass. Here comes some backside pressure. Throws it deep down the middle. Little contact and incomplete. Oh, and they throw a flag. Again, all that happened was the feet were tangled up, and they throw a flag on Bossert for pass interference. They were both looking back for the ball. The back judge actually kind of thought about it for a little bit, and once he threw it, then the side judge threw his as well. And that's a tough call against Wood River there.
I don't think he was going to call it. He thought about it, too long, and then he went ahead and threw it. But again, their feet got tangled up. The ball was thrown over. According to the rule, it's pass interference, but it really wasn't.
Well, they will get a break, will the Gibbon Buffs, because it would have been 4th and 10. And now it's 1st and 10. Ball moved to the 20-yard line after the 15-yard penalty. 9 seconds to go before half. That should be enough for Gibbon to run 2 plays if they need it. Now we've got an official's timeout, and this last 40 seconds is taking about 10 minutes to play here.
It's taking quite a while. Gibbon's probably going to, throw the ball here, I would imagine.
2 men split out wide to the right. Marfolino far to the right. Rivera in the slot right. Clevenger back to pass, looking for his end. Rock on the left side. Taking a lot of time. This might be the last play of the quarter, and he's sacked. Clevenger couldn't get rid of it. And in on the tackle is the big fella, number 67, Brandon Thompson, and that is the end of the first half.
What I like about that play right there is, again, I know Darren, he's been blitzing all the time coming up there, and that particular play only sent 4. He double covered every receiver that time, knowing they were going to throw it, and the receivers caused that sack, and the big guys up front got to the quarterback.
Well, that was an excellent job of protection. They had Rocco. They had the 2 wideouts to the right.
Construction Rental of Grand Island and Kearney can save you time and money when it comes to tools and equipment for homeowners and contractors. After all, why buy when you can rent? Construction Rental of Kearney and Grand Island. Renting, the smart way to get things done. Trash is a very serious business, and collecting it is even more serious. Choose a trash company that's serious about collection. Ravenna Sanitation in the Pleasanton phone book. the quality, dependable trash hauling service that you've been looking for.
How's your body? Want to shape up? Guess who can help? Our own Kearney YMCA. Swimming, racquetball, basketball, flag football, volleyball. Hey, this sounds like we're having fun at the same time we're getting in shape. Right. Let's start today where they build strong kids, strong families, and a strong community. Our Kearney YMCA.
Best of luck today. Godfredson Mortuary and Central Nebraska Cremation Service is proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. Godfredson Mortuary and Central Nebraska Cremation Service in Gibbon. Good luck, Buffaloes. There are so many issues you face today. Farmers and ranchers belong to Farm Bureau because of its strong legislative voice at the county, state, and national level. We need your help in maintaining our strong voice in legislative matters. Join Buffalo County Farm Bureau today.
Well, welcome back to Gibbon High School, where some coronation ceremonies are being held. And it is homecoming. And again, Leland, Coach Jeff Montgomery would like to have his King candidates / football players over there talking to him while he's still pretty good in steam, probably.
Yeah, this is, one of the things that I just, didn't like when I was coaching in high school. They take some of the players away from you at halftime when, you want to talk to them. And usually it's, the players that make a difference out there, your seniors, the leaders. It's just another added distraction that Gibbon's going to have to overcome.
It looks like the actual coronation will be later, but they wanted to introduce him to all the fans. And a good crowd here on a brisk Friday night for football in Gibbon. This is what coaches and players like to play in, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just great weather. It's not real hot, and it's not cold, and, you see them out there, and, it's just great weather.
For a guy like you probably like it even a little cooler with all that insulation you got.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, I wanted to tell you about this future Division I football player that, he might even be too good to play for the D-Slon down the line, but Cody Horn. Cody Horn. He's about 36 hours old, and he's my nephew, and he has just been born, and I thought maybe you could find me some tips on how to turn this guy into a good football player, maybe somebody you would know that actually has some advice.
Well, he's going to have to grow up first. But, we have one too, Preston, is going to be there, and he's going to be walking here before long, and, he'll probably be on the team.
He's already been offered a contract, hasn't he?
Yeah.
We got 3-year-old basketball players with Reebok contracts and younger kids than that, so we just will start getting them shoe deals. But it's good to see the families coming along, and we're seeing a lot of families here for this football game. And you got to feel for the Wood River families of the players. They have to be feeling a lot better here because it's been a rough week for them as well.
Well, I tell you, like I said earlier, with only being down 6 points there at halftime, even though they haven't scored, they've done a lot of things right. And, it's a lot different situation that they were in last week. At least they can go down there and come out knowing they're going to win the ball game. Or still have that chance where, last week when you talk to somebody that's down 68-0, it's hard to find words to, go out and play that second half because you know who's going to win it. Here, the game's still up for grabs. It's a one-touchdown game, and, it could end up 7-6. Gibbon is not playing, the same type of ball that we saw him play last week, though.
Well, and I think this is a football game reminiscent a little bit of the last game we did last year when Wood River played over at Ravenna. You kind of figured the way things were going, Ravenna would win that football game 35-42-0. Of course, that was the Ice Bowl night. The field wasn't that good, but Wood River played excellent and had the lead until there was a minute to go in the football game. And you just kind of had a feeling somewhere, if they could get through the first quarter tonight, that we might have that same type of football game. Because now you look at the momentum, and Gibbon has to be more frustrated than Wood River is happy right now. Gibbon's got to be wondering, well, how come we're not pounding these guys right now? Well, because Wood River's made a couple of changes. They've got the kids out there that really want to give the effort again tonight. They want to play better than last week, and now all the cards are stacked in their favor.
Yeah, the Gibbon players, they probably, they saw that score, and everybody reads the papers and then watches TV, and, they had to be a little overconfident, coming in this ball game, and, especially coming off the good win they had last week at Ravenna. So, they came out here, and, Wood River has stayed right into it, got the momentum, and it's turned into a real nice ball game to watch, and it went fast, and, a few penalties, but not that many.
And this is the Ravenna Sanitation Halftime Report for quality, dependable trash hauling service for your farm, home, or business. Look them up in the Pleasanton White Pages. We are at halftime Your score, the Gibbon Buffaloes 6, the Wood River Eagles nothing. On our sister station, AM 1460, Kearney Catholic is getting their first challenge of the year. They're early in the third quarter. It's Kearney Catholic 24 and Cozad 14. Again, that game on AM 1460. We'll be back and look at the first half stats right after this.
Nebraska Central Telephone Company proudly serves Gibbon and the surrounding areas. Quality telephone service. And now get internet access with a local call from the Buffalo's biggest supporter, Nebraska Central Telephone.
Agriculture, the heartbeat of Nebraska. The Platte Valley State Bank Financial Center wishes all agricultural producers and agribusinesses a safe and bountiful harvest. Thank you for feeding this great nation from your friends at the Platte Valley State Bank Financial Center of Kearney.
Stop into Sportsman's before or after the game.
And Leland harken back to the opening kickoff of this game. Juan Marfolino just about broke it. He was a shoestring tackle away from returning the opening kickoff for a touchdown, and how that would have changed the way this game probably played out in the first half.
Yeah, that would have definitely changed. If he could have broke that touchdown, I think there'd be more than 6 points up there for the Gibbon Buffaloes. Right here, I think this series or the third quarter is going to be real big for the Gibbon Buffaloes. To get some momentum. If Wood River stays in it in the third quarter, it's going to be a dogfight right down to the end.
This game has the feeling of the Nebraska-Penn State game. Nebraska seemed to be playing better, but still, you look at the scoreboard and one score and you're behind, and that's kind of the story right here. So we're ready to kick it away. Ty Leonard will kick a short one. Wood River backs up and takes the ball at about the 20-yard line. They'll bring it up across the 30-yard line. Soto will be brought down with about 18 of the 22 players on the field all in that pile. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Eagles. They'll be moving from left to right. The wind blowing a little bit, but with the flag wrapped around the pole, we can't really tell exactly how hard it's affecting them out on the field, but you can feel the breeze start to pick up a little bit here in the beginning of the third quarter.
You want me to run down there and shimmy up that pole and then unwrap that thing?
If you've shimmied on anything, I would like to see that on film. Well, actually some decent field position to start here for Wood River, first down and 10. They'll come out split back, slot left. That's the way it's been most of the time, unbalanced to the left side, and they will give it to the quarterback on the option. He'll keep it, try to make the corner, and can't. David Benj in on the tackle for Gibbon.
Right there is they just run an option there. It looked like the pitch man is open, but the young quarterback just didn't feel comfortable in pitching it right there and kept it and, picked up no yard.
Got back to the line of scrimmage at least. And just some things, it's the little things, I guess, right now. Some things they weren't doing in the first couple of ball games, they are doing here tonight.
At least they got through first down without losing yards this time. That's one of their big things they've done the first half.
So, second down and 10. Martin and Harders are your split backs. And we've got a penalty flag here. I think one thing that Coach Montgomery said for Gibbon in the pregame that kind of rings true throughout sports, and again, is part of that mentality. Wood River had to feel that they had a chance to play with Gibbon tonight. They weren't Bertrand. They weren't Kearney Catholic. They weren't a team that's going to be state-rated. They are their rival, and mentally they came in knowing, well, we got a chance to at least play with these guys tonight.
Yeah, mentally, they're playing a team that's basically their caliber, a 500 ball team, and, by the time they get done, and compared to playing a powerhouse like Kearney Catholic or Bertrand.
So a 5-yard motion penalty and a quarterback sneak. They're going to take it up the middle, and they'll have nothing doing about 3 yards, but Ty Leonard, right in the middle of things again, for Gibbon, makes the tackle.
And they're going to be forced, to throw the ball here on third down and have about third down and 10.
So Smith gets 4 of the 5 yards back, pulls the ball up to the 29-yard line. And they need to get out to the 40, opening possession of the second half. It's Gibbon 6, Wood River nothing. Another one of those closer than the experts would think, but we've got another half of football left, so let's see who can get something done here. Man split out way wide to the right, back to pass, looking to the left, though, is Smith, floats it down the left sideline, and in and out of the hands of Eggers at the 45-yard line. That was another great pass, and probably one Ben feels that he should have had as he slaps the ground on the way out.
Yeah, that looked like, it was a catchable pass. I think, it wasn't the quarterback's fault. He put it around the money. He just didn't, bring it in. He probably thought he was closer to the sideline than what he really was. And, right now we got fourth down, and Wood River's going to be forced to punt.
I said, Ben, I bet Zach Egger, the wideout. And again, it is going to be Wissing to punt the ball. 29 and 30 yards, and now I don't think enough men are on the field, and Wood River is going to have to burn a timeout. So the Eagles call a timeout on special teams with 10:25 to go in the third quarter. Fourth at their own 29-yard line. They'll punt it away to Gibbon. When we come back, it's 6-0 Buffaloes, Power 99. Talk over a whole lot, so we're ready to go. Two men back deep for Gibbon again are Rivera and Van Meter. Standing at his own 15-yard line is Wissing. Here's the snap, not much of a rush. And this one's going to be a fairly short kick, although high. It comes across the 50, bounces straight up in the air, and Wood River will down it as it starts to take a little bit of an eagle roll to about the 46-yard line. So that's going to be a 27-yard. Again, no return. And Gibbon has good field position for their first offensive possession here in quarter number 3. First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see if Gibbon comes out and, runs the ball. Their tailback had a real good first 7 times he touched the ball, and they kind of went away from him. I wouldn't be surprised they'll give it back to him this time and just let him get her down there.
You got to think Marfolino to establish a little something, and they're going to go with that full house backfield again. Put Rivera in motion. Now he'll come set. Didn't move very far, about a yard from the right to the left. They'll turn, hand it to Marfolino off the left side. Skips through one tackle, 50 into Wood River territory to the 46-yard line. And he's brought down by Jeff Harders. He's second down and about 2.
He's got a real nice sidestep through there. They ought to give him the ball, every time until he just can't run no more.
Especially when they have put themselves in this situation. If they were up 3 scores, then maybe you could start looking somewhere else. But since they only have 6 points, they're trying to hustle up to the line here. 8 men on the line. No wideouts. Double tight end Marfolino skips to the left side, 45-40. Has the first down, still on his feet to the 35 before Harders can bring him down again. And another nice run on the play. We'll give him 11 on this one. First down.
Well, that was a real nice sidestep. They had him boxed in. He sidestepped right up the middle there and, ended up getting the first down. And, just give him the ball and let him get to the end zone. So I'll guarantee he's going to break one.
Wanted to say that we've got a good crowd on hand here tonight, and one really big guy, Mike Skeet, I think, is here in attendance tonight.
Someplace, I don't know where.
Well, I think it's over there where the wind's not blowing. He's got a pretty good shoulder belt on him. Unbalanced to the left side here. First down and 10. They're going to run the option to the weak side. Clevenger's going to keep it, turn up field, and he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And out on the tackle, James Martin for Wood River.
Yeah, the linebacker came through. He's the one spying him and, knocked him down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
So they have held Clevenger in check. 8 carries, 14 yards. He's been sacked 1 time. That was on the final play of the first half. Second down and 10. Ball marked at the 35-yard line of the Eagles. Giving up 6-0. 8:45 and counting here in the third quarter. Again, full house backfield. Turn, a little trouble with the handoff. They'll give it to Marfolino. Got a big hole on the left side across the 30, and he'll be tripped up just short of the first down. Clevenger had a little problem getting the ball from the center that time.
He picked up 9-10 yards that time. I don't know what he's averaging per carry, but it's got to be over 5.
And he is a little banged up coming off. I don't know if he's got his hand stepped on or his ankle twisted, but he's going to come to the sideline, and it's going to be second down. Well, they're going to come out and measure. He's short. The ball was on the 35-yard line exactly. So unless this is a 9-yard chain, there is absolutely no way.
Could be a 9-yard chain where Gibbon.
Well, you made this back in shot class, didn't you?
Probably.
And wouldn't you know it? They look at it 3 times and call it a first down.
It's a 9.5.
9 and a length and there you go. So enough for a Gibbon first down. 10-yard run for Marfolino. 129 yards. And he's still averaging 10 yards per carry. 13 carries, 129. So in some math circles, what would that, 9.9? You figure that, would you?
9.7.
Divided by pi. Full house backfield again. Quarterback's going to give it to Van Meter. Van Meter gets through the middle. He's got 5, 6, 7 yards. And now, as we said, the same with the first drive of the first half. We're seeing the first drive of the second half, grinding it out on the ground right up the middle.
Yeah, that's what they did that first drive. If they'd have kept that up the first half, they might have had more than 6 points here. I'll be real surprised if they'd go away from it now.
Van Meter picks up 7. So it'll be second down, 3 yards to go. Ball moved down to about the 18. Again, loading up that backfield. Clevenger long count. He's going to hand it to Van Meter, who's the fullback, and Martin rolls him up. He would stop the line of scrimmage, only pick up the number. That was Matt Dvorak. Stopped his progress, and that allowed Martin to come in and clean up. It'll be a loss of a yard, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, 3rd down and 4 now. You know, it's a big down for the Wood River Eagles here. Of course, they're in 2-down territory.
So let's see. Again, they get to this part of the field, and Wood River hasn't had a whole lot, or Gibbon hasn't had a whole lot of success. So it's 3rd down and 4, ball at the 19-yard line. They'll hand it off, left side, Marfolino back in, breaks one tackle, spins, and he's going to be right at the first down marker, just short of the 15. But according to where that first down was last time, that should be a first down again.
Yeah, that should be a first down if it's, you know, same as last time, and, you know, they're taking an eyeball across, first down.
So Marfolino picks up 4, and Gibbon will move the chain. 6:50 to go here in quarter number 3. Still 6-0 Gibbon. But you have to feel right now, Leland, that 2 scores would be enough.
Yeah, definitely 2 scores would be enough, and, you know, Gibbon's got momentum right here, and they don't do something foolish.
Ball's at the 15, 1st and 10. They'll spread it out 3 wide. On an end around, Rivera trying to get to the right side, and he is swarmed under. Got about a yard. The ball's loose. Ball's loose, but they're going to call him down. Side judge came running in and called him down. And they're going to give him about 2 yards. Denmouth and Martin in on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 8. Rivera on a little inside and around.
Yeah, that just, you know, in reverse, and, you know, whatever did a real good job of swarming to the ball there, and it brings up 2nd down and 7.
Both teams have done a good job holding on to the football. Only had 1 turnover, and that was on a 4th down handoff. Again, full house backfield. Rivera in motion. They'll run it to the left side. Marfolino lowers his shoulder across the 10 down to the 8. And he's tripped up there by Brandon Thompson. Another good carry. Going to pick up about 5. And it should be 3rd and about 2. Maybe 3.
You know, another nice run by him, and you'll give it to him again. He'll pick up the first down, and, you know, just keep grinding away, and they'll get in the end zone.
Keeps the clock moving, so they're getting a couple of things done. But Gibbon, I know, they'll have some things to work on this week. Full house backfield, another penalty flag at this point in the field. It seems like every time that they have 3rd down inside the 20, there's a flag on Gibbon. And this time it is going to be lining up in the neutral zone, back them up 5. It'll be 3rd and about 7, back it around the 13-yard line.
You know, penalty right there definitely hurts them. That makes it 3rd down and 7 rather than 3rd down and 2.
7th penalty for 50 yards. You're listening to high school football on this 3rd week of the season on your sports leader of the Tri-Cities, KKPR-FM, Kearney, Wood River, Gibbon, Power 99, Doug Duda along with Leland Skeen. 5:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. A lot tighter ball game than many expected. It's Gibbon 6, Wood River nothing. Gibbon has it 3rd down and 7 at the Wood River 12-yard line. Full house backfield, double tight end. Clevenger, everybody's in motion. The ball's full, and we're going to have that 5-yard penalty on the center.
Yeah, this is going to be another 5-yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down and, you know, probably about 13 now.
Everybody took off on the count of 1, and the center held on to the football.
I don't know if the center held on to her, he might have just forgot the snap.
Were you a center?
Yes.
Well, then, I would expect it from you.
You always want to hike the ball early, never be late.
Well, yeah.
Then you can blame everybody else.
You get to hit somebody first that way. Well, it's 3rd down, 12 yards to go. Back it up to about the 17, 18-yard line. They need to get down inside the 5. Well, this may give Clevenger a chance to go to the air now. Split the backs this time. Clevenger will drop back, looks to his right, throws to the end zone, to the corner, double team for Rivera, and it's over his head. Incomplete. 4th down.
And no pass interference that time.
Well, each time the Gibbon receiver is double covered over there, when he makes his move, he's able to get a half step on the double team, but that's about all there is. Clevenger has to throw almost a perfect pass, and he's very close, but Rivera, again, it was just off his fingertips, and that'll bring up a 4th down situation. They're not a field goal kicking team, and so they'll have to go for it. This is how they scored the first time. It was 4th and 15 at the 22. Now it's 4th and 12 at the 18-yard line. They've got trips to the right side. Marfolino the lone setback. Here comes everybody on the blitz. Clevenger over the middle. It is caught by Rivera inside the 5, and he is whacked by Soto, but enough for the first down.
First down? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, inside the 5, isn't it? Down to about the 3. First down and goal.
First down. I'm looking at the wrong line.
That's okay. Just nice to know your first mistake of the year.
It is.
That took a long time.
I'll put a mark down so I don't forget that.
But Gibbon coming through again on a fourth down play.
That was a real nice play. Good concentration there by the receiver catching it because he really got popped in the secondary.
That's the first completion since the first play of the second quarter for Clevenger. First and goal at the 3. Clevenger turns, hands. Marfolino tries to get to the outside, and he does. Touchdown, Gibbon. And that had to be demoralizing that they gave up the first down, Wood River's defense. Then they went back to the ground, and it's 12-0, and Gibbon finishes the drive.
That right there, you can just tell it, Wood River's down just a little bit there, and he walked in untouched. That fourth down play, they held him, and got the penalties to help him out and everything. But Gibbon came through and got that first down. It was a great play.
And 4:12 to go now in the third quarter. And it looks like being up 12-0, they want to go for 2. And they'll line up again with the full house backfield of the double tight ends. Expect Marfolino to get this ball again. He will. Off the left side, and he will get in there for the 2-point conversion. So Marfolino gets the touchdown. Marfolino gets the 2-point conversion. And with 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go, homecoming here in the third quarter for Gibbon. It's the Buffaloes 14, Wood River nothing. The kickoff is next on Power 99.
Shopping for a second car or school car? Stop into Killian Motors to let their staff help. If they don't have what you're looking for, they'll find it. Killian Motors of Kearney, where people come back time after time. Good luck to all the area athletes. From Killian Motors, 8th and Central, Kearney. Discover the difference at the Exchange Bank of Gibbon. You'll find personalized service and quality financial advice for consumer loans and loans for your business or farm. A bank by any other name shouldn't be your bank. Choose the Exchange Bank of Gibbon. Member FDIC.
I know a company that'll go a mile out of their way to serve you. In fact, they'll go several thousand miles. They're a trucking company. They're a Nebraska trucking company. It's NTC Nebraska Transport. Across town or across the nation, call NTC 800-652-4012. Nebraska Transport.
14-0. Gibbon has finally given themselves a little breathing room, and Leonard ready to kick the ball away. Teed up on the 40, and back to receive it will be Jake Whitman. He's standing at about his own 15. Leonard's kicks have not been all that deep. That's one thing Gibbon would like to improve on as they move into the meat of their schedule. In the line drive kick going to be taken all the way up 20, 25, 30, around the corner 35, and finally roll out of bounds, and a flag comes in. They're going to tack on 15 more, either for a face mask or a late hit. Looks like Gibbon's going to start close to midfield, Leland. Or Wood River's going to start close to midfield. Wood River's
going to be up there to midfield because that looked like it was a hit out of bounds, and that'd be another face mask.
They called face mask.
Or that'd be a 15 or a 5.
He did not indicate personal foul, but let's wait and see. They ran him out of bounds at the 36-yard line. And Wood River will get the ball still in pretty good field position. They started 2 or 3 times inside their own 20 tonight. And it looks like this one will be just a 5-yard variety. So first down and 10, Wood River at their own 42-yard line.
42-yard is a good starting spot right here. They just got to get some offense going. They haven't had a play longer than 17 yards passive. But running play, they haven't run over more than 5 yards.
That's the case. And James Martin, let's see if he can get something going here out of the fullback. They're going to line up in the I formation for one of the rare times tonight. They'll give it to the I-back Harders over the left side. He spins and gets a couple out to the 45-yard line. Leonard on the tackle. Also Marfolino in, though. And it'll be second down and 7.
I wouldn't be surprised. They might just start powering it, to keep the clock running and try to get a, sustained drive right here. They need a first down, to get some of the momentum back and get in the end zone.
Now, obviously, they want to get a chance to get into the end zone, still give their team a chance to believe that they can win this football game. Turn, Harder, same exact play, but not the same result. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Thad Rocco came shooting through. A loss of 1. It'll be third down and 8.
This is going to be a big third down play for them here. And, they'll probably go to the air and, run that little out pattern, that they've connected on before.
Ball back at the 45-yard line, 14-0. Gibbon with the lead. Marfolino just ran one in, the big play. a conversion on 4th and 13 at the 18-yard line down to the 3. Hauled in by Rivera. Now Wood River's got to call timeout. So they had something they wanted to run, probably that they haven't run yet, a 3rd and 8, some kind of pass play, and they'll have to call a timeout. And Wood River now has just one timeout remaining, and we're at the 2:54 mark of the 3rd quarter. It's Gibbon 14, Wood River nothing on Power 99.
Your Amoco dealer in Gibbon and Kearney is Clevenger Farm Products. We deliver propane, gas, and diesel to your site. And now available at 24-hour express gas station. Call us to get a gas card today. Clevenger Farm Products in Gibbon and Kearney says go Buffaloes.
Construction Rental of Grand Island and Kearney can save you time and money when it comes to tools and equipment for homeowners and contractors. After all, why buy when you can rent? Construction Rental of Kearney and Grand Island. Renting, the smart way to get things done. Trash is a very serious business, and collecting it is even more serious. Choose a trash company that's serious about collection. Ravenna Sanitation in the Pleasanton phone book. The quality, dependable trash hauling service that you've been looking for.
How's your body? Want to shape up? Guess who can help? Our own Kearney YMCA. Swimming, racquetball, basketball, flag football, volleyball. Hey, this sounds like we're having fun at the same time we're getting in shape. Right. Let's start today where they build strong kids, strong families, and a strong community. Our Kearney YMCA.
Back to action after the Wood River timeout. They have it 3rd and 8 at their own 45-yard line. I formation. Quarterback turns, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left. The left-hander throws it down the sideline, and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, who was wide open. And it was it wasn't underthrown, but it was a good stop route over there as he tried to get it into the hands. He's kind of hiding Danny Powell. Tried to get it to Danny Powell, and the 2 defenders ran by him. He stopped, turned around, couldn't believe how open he was, and dropped the ball at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, again, that was, a good play. It could have been a first down, but the receiver just couldn't bring it in and, stopped in front of the receivers, but Wood River is going to be forced to punt.
Punt number 4 now for Wood River on 4th down. Snap back, a little trouble with it, but he gets it away. This is going to be a shorter kick than the first couple, and it'll bounce at the 35, take a good eagle kick inside the 30.
And the beanbag came up.
Yeah, just to mark the whole thing, I guess.
I don't know how he could mark it. He threw it higher in the air.
Well, the punt that time is going to carry 29 yards again, it looks like. So that's right about the average for Wissing. And Gibbon will take over 1st down and 10 at the 27-yard line with 2:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Gibbon on top 14-0. And let's see if Gibbon just keeps the ball on the ground. Marfolino scoring the touchdown after getting his ankle dinged up. He's right back in there. 141 yards. He's going to add to it here. Up the middle, breaks 1 tackle. Soto in to wrap him up, among others. As he gets up across the 35-yard line, he'll be brought down there. Gain of about 8. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, he's getting up a little slow, but he's going back, and it seems like every time he touches that, it gets right up there, 8-10 yards every time. So
Juan's having his best rushing game by far. He had 73 yards through the first 2 games averaging. He's got more yards tonight than he did in the first 2 games combined. Clevenger was actually the team's leading rusher coming into the night. 2nd down and 2. Full house backfield. Marfolino off the right side, does a little dancing, and Martin says, "I'll be your partner. Let's go the other way." As Martin drives him back short of the 1st down.
That was a good defensive play there. That's the first time they have shut him down for, no yards at all. So, they must have slanted or had a blitz right in that hole.
Well, sometimes you've got great players on teams that don't have great records, and James Martin is the poster boy for that. He's an excellent football player, both on the offense and the defense. We talked about that with Coach Wiseman in the pregame tonight, and he's getting a lot of help tonight. Wood River playing very gamely this evening. And Gibbons went to that full house backfield a lot more here in the second half. We'll talk about it after this handoff to Marfolino. He's going to get the first down by about a half a yard as he stretches forward. Should have just enough for it, but more of a power running formation, Leland.
Yeah, it depends on the spot, but yeah, they're in that, power I formation. It is a first down for the Gibbon Buffaloes, so get a new set of downs, but, they went to the, the power game, run the ball and, try to control the clock.
We will be under a minute when the next play runs off here for Gibbon. Unofficially, their 14th first down of the football game. Basically, it looks like Yendra's going to come in He is the fullback right now. Rivera stays in that loaded eye. They'll run the option. Clevenger keeps it himself around the right side. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's into the secondary. He's into Wood River territory across the 45 and close to the 40-yard line. Let's see where they stepped out of bounds. Another big play. One of the first big plays in a while for the Ravenna ground or the Gibbon ground game.
That time they run the option down there. It looked like they anticipated a pitch out to the tailback there and let Clevenger get the corner turned. And you got to be able to defend both of them because Clevenger is just as dangerous as the tailback is.
That's Clevenger's biggest run of the football game, a gain of 18 yards. He's had 2 big runs, one of 18, one of 16, and that's been about it. He's been sacked a couple times, lost yards a couple of times, and a total of 32 on his rushing so far. Winding down the third quarter again. Power eye. Marfolino off the left side. Soto trips him up, and he's going to get across the 40, and in comes a very late penalty flag. Very late. And holding is going to be called against Gibbon. Maybe he couldn't find the flag. The play was over. The tackle was made. Kids were getting up, and here comes the flag in.
It must have been where he just couldn't find it, put it in the wrong pocket or something because, that was way too late.
That's the same reaction you have with your wallet when it's your turn to buy.
I know, and you got to remember it's your turn to buy this next game.
I don't know what to tell you. I think you're going to the other game next week, so we'll see what we can figure out about that. But it is a holding penalty that negates the first down and back it up against Gibbon. And Gibbon again, penalty yards. That is the 4th penalty for 25 more in this quarter. 10 penalties for 70 yards in the game. And they'll wind the clock, ball marked all the way back to the Gibbon 48-yard line. 1st and 20. They'll spread the field this time. Marfolino the lone setback. Clevenger back to pass. Shovel pass, and it's intercepted. Thompson picks it up and heads the other way. That's a fumble, actually.
No, that's an incomplete pass.
That's an incomplete pass.
And I do not see a signal. Well, here he comes.
Yep.
The side judge comes in and says incomplete pass on the shovel pass. That's going to deflate Wood River because that would have sent them the other way. They were there. Brandon Thompson picked it up. But a great hit right away on the quarterback, Clevenger, and he had just gotten rid of it.
I think the referee probably didn't see his arm go forward. He might have thought that was, a fumble caused by the tackle. The side judge did a real good job of coming in, and he had a good view of it.
It was the correct call. And that will bring us to 8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 14-0, Gibbon with the lead. Touchdown in the second quarter and a touchdown here in the third quarter. And they'll spread the offense again with 2 men to the left side. Split the backs, though. Give Marfolino a little company in the backfield. Clevenger back to pass again. Looks to the left. Looks for the deep pattern. Tries Rivera, and it is caught, and he's gone for the touchdown. He got the Wood River defender turned around, and Gibbon will score on the final play.
Got a flag.
And let's see what the flag is. Holding on Gibbon negates the play. And you could tell the way Clevenger was running to the sidelines. He knew it wasn't going to be good. And so a 53-yard touchdown, 52-yard touchdown pass will be negated, and the 11th penalty against Gibbon.
Yeah, that there was a big one there. That, the receiver did a real good job getting the defender turned around backwards and, kept his eye on the ball and hauled it in. It was a real good play executed by Gibbon Buffaloes, except for the holding.
And that's probably the next thing, or one of the next things Wood River's D-backs have to work on. They have definitely got turned around a couple of times tonight.
Just by looking at the defense, I'd say that might be one of the places that they hadn't been tested on because the teams that have played earlier this year, they've been able to run the ball on them. And, right now there's a lot of these freshmen back there in that secondary, and, they're learning. Every ball game they're getting better.
And let's see if we turn things around or if we have an untimed down here. The penalty was on the offense, so it should be the end of the quarter, shouldn't it?
Should be the end of the quarter.
But they're going to play an untimed down here, so we will have one more down. Wood River's confused. They get up to the defensive line a little late here. It is 2nd and 30. Yendra in motion. Comes in on the right slot. Clevenger back to pass. Same exact play, and Rivera is overthrown this time. And now we go to the fourth quarter. That was the same exact play. and that time it was overthrown. So we are through 3 quarters. It's Gibbon 14, Wood River nothing. Homecoming here for the Buffaloes, and they lead it by 2 touchdowns. Back with fourth quarter action after this on Power 99.
Best of luck today.
But it is not impossible. We have seen it converted, and Gibbon will send out their offense here. They now move from left to right. 3rd and 30. Ball is spotted at the 36-yard line. Let's see if they run the same exact play they ran the last 2 times. To Rivera. Now they fake the end around, fake the double reverse. He fumbles it. Now he doesn't know what to do. Rivera skips by 1 man in the backfield, and then Wood River brings him down. And let's see who got him over here on the sideline. And that is going to be big 75, Matt Dvorak. Back there was Casey Almquist messing things up, but they tried the old double reverse, and Rivera dropped the football. And so that'll bring up a 4th down situation.
Was that somebody down there is why they called timeout, or?
Looks like somebody a little slow to get up here right in front of the Gibbon sideline. It's Rivera. He's kind of got some things pointing the wrong direction. A shoulder pad this way, a helmet that way. And Rivera got about a yard on the play, and so we'll still say it's 4th and 30. Blake kind of was in no man's land. It was more like a punt return with nobody blocking for him because they were all pulling to go the other way. Thad Rocco to punt for the 2nd time. The left footer gets a nice spiral, a little wind behind him, drives it over the running back for Wood River, and it keeps on bouncing inside the 20 all the way down to the 10. A massive punt, 53-yard punt and no return, and Gibbon will not lose good field position with that punt. They give them a deep one and a pin Wood River way back in their own territory at the 10.
You know, that's one thing that Wood River hasn't had, is good field position. And, to start their drives in the first half, they were down inside their 10 several times, and here they start their, drive here in the 4th quarter on the 10-yard line.
A little wind at his back, but he sure boomed it. And now Wood River will start to move the football. And let's see now, Leland, if they try to take some chances to get some points on the board. Down 14-0. They go to the I formation. Smith back to pass, looking on the outside, throws it behind the man, but coming underneath. Did he make the catch?
No,
it hit the ground. I thought he was going with the deeper pattern. Instead, he was throwing it underneath to Josh Harders, and it just hit the turf incomplete.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 here, and we'll see if they throw the ball 3 times or if they go back to the ground here.
Shane Smith, the quarterback, the freshman. They've got a tough job there. A quarterback that starts as a freshman, the backup's a freshman, the 3rd stringer's a freshman. So they're learning under fire, and it's a volcanic type of temperature. 2nd down and 10 at the 10. They'll go inside with the big fella. Martin comes close to 1st down yardage across the 15 out to the 18. It'll be 2nd and about a yard.
That was a real nice, quick inside trap play. But, back to the quarterback, being a freshman, he's doing a real good job, for a freshman, first time out there this year, and you really got to, give him credit for, putting the old helmet on and getting out there as a freshman, controlling his ball team.
So 3rd down and short. Let's see if Martin gets the call again. Turn pitch play. They'll get it outside to Harders. Tries to turn the corner, and he's got the 1st down. Rolled down by Marfolino across the 20 out to about the 22-yard line. Gain of 3, and he really had to lower his shoulder to get that.
The key thing is, though, they got a 1st down, move the chains, get out from that 10-yard line, so now on about the 22 or 21-yard line. With a new set of downs, we'll see if they come out and throw on 1st down here.
Well, obviously the whole point to playing is winning, but right now I think Wood River has made vast improvements from last week. And you don't like the moral victories, but every once in a while you got to chalk one up, and I think that's what the Eagles are playing right now. As back to pass, throws it over the middle, and throws it behind the intended receiver, Adam Anderson, out at the 35-yard line.
That's the first time I, saw that freshman quarterback go back and actually, just totally missed the receiver. I don't know if he thought he was going to be running an out pattern there, and the receiver went ahead and run a post on it across the field.
10:20 to go in the ball game. It's Gibbon 14, Wood River nothing. Gibbon's 2 scores. Coming on a 22-yard pass from Clevenger to Blake Rivera on a 4th down play on the first play of the 2nd quarter, and then Juan Marfolino running it in from 3 yards out after they converted a 4th down and 13 at the 18 the play before. Inside handoff and nothing doing that time. Martin They anticipated it, and Leonard comes through and puts him back, and Martin a little banged up as he gets up. But he'll be okay and stay in the game.
He's a little shooken up there. Looked like he might have, rolled his ankle a little bit, but he does stay in the ball game. And, now they got 3rd down and then 12.
And Martin hasn't got as many looks tonight. He has carried the ball 9 times unofficially for 35 yards, and it's 3rd down and 11 after a loss of 1. Let's see where Shane Smith puts the ball this time. Drops back, rolls to his left, looks underneath, and it is incomplete. They tried to get it to Soto, and Marfolino and Rivera were both right there to sandwich him. 4th down and 11.
Yeah, they tried getting a little crossing pattern underneath there, and, Gibbon was right on that. Good defensive coverage, forcing the Eagles to punt again.
Don't forget, at the end of the contest, the Misco Sports postgame show will run down the final stats for you and then head you on into the weekend.
Punting into the wind here, it probably won't be a very long punt, so we'll see what type of field position the Buffaloes get.
Gibbon respects it, though. They back up pretty deep. They're back at about their own 40. Here's the snap, and the kick tries to kick it away from the gentleman, Van Meter and Rivera, and it goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line of Wood River, and that's a punt only of about 23 yards this time. They mark it at the 20, and it goes out to the 43, so 23 yards, and that's where Gibbon will take over. 1st down and 10.
We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised here. Gibbon, might just, start running the ball and, keep it on the ground. They got a 2-touchdown lead. If they can, take 5-6 minutes off the clock here and, get another touchdown and, make it 20 or 21, and, they'll have definitely control of the ball game.
And they'll line them up again. No wideouts, double tight end. Power eye situation. Yendra, the fullback, turn and hand it to Marfolino. The workhorse tonight is stacked up, gets nothing over the left side. A host of purple and white waiting for him, including Brandon Thompson.
That time the power back kind of motioned across. I felt he, moved forward before the snap, and I think Gibbon might have got away with one there, but they only gained 2 yards and brings up 2nd down.
9 minutes to go in the football game. 14-0 Gibbon. It's been methodical with a couple of big 4th down conversions for Gibbon tonight. Defensive adjustment, they want to blitz. Clevenger thought about the quarterback sneak. Now he's going to take the option around the right side. 40, 35, breaks a tackle. 30, 25, lost the football but got back on top of it. Boy, Clevenger dove back, and I think he landed on it. There's a fight for it underneath. It's right in front of the official. And now he's going to go in and talk about who has it. Wow. He was standing right in front of the play, and 5, 6, 7 seconds later, he goes down to tear the football out.
I think they end up giving it back to Gibbon.
It looked like Clevenger was on top of it, but again, there was a long delay before they decided to even try and make a determination to whose football it was. It's down to the 26-yard line. That'll be a 1st down, obviously, for Gibbon. About a 14-yard carry for Clevenger. So 1st down and 10. Gibbon will go to the I. Now they'll send Yendra in motion to the right side, leaving Marfolino the lone setback. Clevenger turns, hands it to Marfolino, and he is hit in the backfield, spins, and driven backward again. Stripping the football this time is Brandon Thompson. He's trying to head the other way, and the official says, I don't think so.
The big guy got it.
That would have been Peter from the Huskers when he had that 2-point conversion that he didn't get back in the Fiesta Bowl a few years ago.
That's right.
The big fella rumbling down the sidelines, but they say that he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Again, they go with a 1-back set.
And Clevenger, long count, now runs the option to the left side, tries to string it out. Anderson has it strung out. They hit Marfolino. He spins and gets away, and then he's cleaned up at about the 24-yard line. Again, Martin is in there on the tackle. And also some help from Adam Anderson.
Last week when we watched Gibbon, the option was their big plays where they got all their big yards. Wood River's done a real good job of, taking away what they saw on film, last week. But right now, I think Gibbon just got a little more experience than what Wood River has, and that's why they're ahead 14-0.
7:15 to go in the ball game. It is 3rd and 8. Gibbon has the ball at the Wood River 24-yard line. Power eye again with Yendra, the fullback. Rivera back there. And they will run the option to the wide side of the field. Pitch the ball. It's fumbled. It's picked back up Marfolino, but he's not going to get the first down as Egger drives him down at about the 24-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up another fourth down situation inside the 25 for Gibbon.
Yeah, it seems like their best offense has been on fourth downs. That's how they, either got a big first down or scored a touchdown on fourth down. So, I wouldn't be surprised they'll try something here. They get a first down and they might get it.
This has been their favorite place to go to the air. And with 4th and 7 yards to go, 6:20 in counting in this football game, Gibbon trying to tack on one more to officially put this one in the books. It's 14-0. But again, no wideouts, double tight end look maybe for Thad Rocco. Clevenger fakes the handoff, back to pass, has pressure, throws back against the grain, got a man wide open, Rivera in the middle of the field, he's then covered at the 15, to the 10, he walks in for the touchdown, Gibbon Buffaloes, and that was just because he had enough time to throw the football. He needed the time, he scampered out of the pocket, he took a good hit when he threw it, but Rivera was wide open in the middle of the football field, and he takes it in for the 24-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know if that was, a design play to, to go back across the grain. I think it was just because he kind of leaked out after the, the play action fake there in the backfield, and he sat there in the hole, and Clevenger did a real good job of, finding the open man in the area.
That's the second time they've hooked up on a touchdown. Remember earlier they had a touchdown negated because of a holding penalty. Now the extra point on the way, blocked again. That's the second time it's been blocked by Wood River. And so we go to the 6-minute mark of this football game, 6:02 officially. Your score, the Gibbon Buffaloes 20, the Wood River Eagles nothing. Back with the kickoff after this on Power 99.
Agriculture, the heartbeat of Nebraska.
Eustis Body Shops, Kearney, Grand Island, Lexington, Minden, and Eustis.
As always, a big thank you to our any fine sponsors. Be sure to stop in and tell them thanks for allowing us to bring you high school sports tonight on Power 99, and to Rick Radcliffe, the athletic director, and all the folks here at Gibbon for their hospitality. Seen the Buffs 2 straight weeks, and it looks like, Coach, they're going to come away with 2 victories. One expected tonight, maybe one not so much expected last week. As the ball's kicked off, picked up at the 24-yard line, looking for some running room up the middle is Wissing. Jake is kind of strung out and brought down at about the 32.
Yeah, they try to wedge up the center, and, Gibbon kind of blew that up, forced him to the outside. Outside and contained people, stayed home, and, got the tackle there and give him first down.
Well, up next for these 2 ball clubs, they will get into district play. And we will tell you that for Gibbon, they get to host Dundee County. Talk about a drive from Benkelman next week. And Wood River will be home against Doniphan Trumbull, one of the favorites in their district. Trips for the first time to one side for Wood River. Lone setback, and Smith back to pass. Throws to the underneath receiver. It's caught by Harders, and he's hit out of bounds after about a 6-yard curl pattern.
Nice little 6-yard pass. Run 2 receivers deep, bring a guy on the outside there, underneath, and clean it out. Got a first down, or bring up second down at about 4.
That's the first completion for Smith here in the second half. Shane was 3 for 4 in the first half. Second down and 4. They'll go back to an I formation. Martin, the fullback. Swing pass out here again. Little hook and ladder intercepted out of the air by Rivera, and he's going to go the other way for Gibbon. Wood River tried to run a hook and ladder with only about a foot in between the receivers, which was probably a no-no, and probably not exactly the way they drew it up. And Rivera, who was covering the receiver that they didn't throw the ball to, just picked it out of the air and ran it back the other way, 35 yards for a touchdown.
Merry Christmas.
That is Rivera's 3rd touchdown of the night, and all of a sudden the close game is 26-0.
Yeah, a play like that just kind of, really hurts. Wood River's been playing, pretty solid football, and, right now Gibbon lines up for the extra point, and they get it off, and it is good.
Well, for the first time tonight, Gibbon's able to drill through the extra point from Ty Leonard, and back-to-back scores, 5:42 to go in the football game. Gibbon 27, Wood River nothing. Just a strange play. We'll be right back.
Would you believe there is a business in Kearney, Nebraska that offers the very finest accommodations for business meetings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, clean, comfortable guest rooms, super indoor water slides, plus the world-famous captain's table? It's true, where you're always welcome at our Kearney Holiday Inn.
They will be there to help that commercial job get done. When it's a contractor who needs it done right, they'll be there. If you happen to need landscaping rock, a graveled entrance road, help with your sand volleyball court, they'll be there. It's one of Kearney's finest businesses. It's Terry and the gang, the original Broadfoot Sand and Gravel. Can't afford it? Can't afford not to have it. Where can I find an insurance company who customizes programs for my budget, my need? I need an independent agent. I want several well-known companies. The answer? We have that agent right here in Kearney, Dave Challey at Barney Insurance. Call Dave at 237-2222.
Well, two quick touchdowns about 20 seconds apart here for Gibbon. And now Jake Wissing set to receive another kickoff. He'll take this at the 20-yard line up to the 25. Look for some blockers, and there really isn't anything there, and we're going to see a penalty flag. I think this might be a face mask.
It's going to be a face mask. And this one here might be it's only a 5-yarder.
Well, Marcolino came in there and just started grabbing, and the first thing he got was a handful of iron.
Yeah, it looks like it should have been a 15-yarder, but I think they're only going to give him a 5.
So that is the 12th penalty of the football game against Gibbon. 6 so far against Wood River. And we're down to 5:35 to go. But Blake Rivera just scoring on a 35-yard fumble return where he picked a pitch right out of the air and took it the other way. There was no chance for anybody to get him because that play and the pitch was right along the line of scrimmage. So the first time Wood River tried something a little tricky, it ended up backfiring on them. But they needed to do something to try and get the ball down the field. Back to pass Smith now. Under pressure, he is clocked, and it's incomplete, underthrown to Josh Harders, and it was underthrown because he was hit by Rocco.
Yeah, he just rolled out there and then ended up running right into the Gibbon Buffaloes. And, he was lucky to get that one off.
And we are starting to see some new faces into the football game now that Gibbon has secured themselves their second victory of the year.
Yeah, we do.
Dundee County, in fact, I think the next two opponents for Gibbon, Dundee County and Alma, went into tonight's action at 0-2. And that is the case. Then in week 6, they'll see Bertrand. Straight up the middle, Martin, and he is going to be rolled down by Jesse Marfolino, short of the 40 at the 39-yard line. Martin gets a good gain of about 6, maybe 7, we'll say 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Had a nice little dive play here, and, hopefully Wood River can go ahead and, pick up this first down right here to keep the clock rolling and give them a little more confidence, going out of this game, because they have played a pretty good ball game.
In for Gibbon, Sean Clark. We'll try and pick up a few more numbers as we go. Man in motion. That is Josh Harders. Back to pass. They want to throw across the middle, and it is caught. Zach Egger played patty cake with it for about 6 yards and then got pinballed by 3 defenders and holds on to it into Gibbon territory at the 48-yard line. That's good enough for a 14-yard completion.
That's pretty good concentration because he bobbled it going through there and got hit and still able to, bring it down and get a first down. And, Wood River Eagles are starting again.
4:45 to go in the football game. Trips will be sent out to the right side. Sean Smith, one of them that's out there, along with Soto. And back to pass again. Shane looks to the right side, throws it out there, and it is incomplete at the 45-yard line.
Right now Gibbon's just getting a lot of pressure on him, and he's not having time to really set up and look at his receiver.
Soto, I believe, was the intended receiver on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 4:32 to go. And right now, Wood River playing like they are trying to come from behind here, putting the ball in the air quite a bit. They were successful with Martin on the ground, and I think they probably would be again against the younger defensive front here. Gibbon has also brought in John Yendra at the right defensive end. Lone setback this time. Here comes a blitz. Back to pass, and they get him. Saw the blitz coming, and they knock him down. In on the tackle is number 56, Mark Juergens, 170-pound sophomore, and Smith had no chance. He took one step, and he was around his ankle.
Yeah, he did a real good job of, blitzing in there and, getting to the quarterback because he is real quick.
So the second sack of the ball game for Gibbon, and we are down to 4 minutes to go. It is 3rd down, about 15 yards. Ball back at the Wood River 47-yard line. Out of that I formation again. Pitch play to Soto. Soto to try to get a sweep on the outside. 50, 47, 46-yard line. He's going to get about 6, and that'll bring up 4th down and 8.
And I'd imagine they'll probably go for it here on 4th down, and instead of punting the ball, let them give a chance, to get a first down.
Gibbon 27, Wood River nothing. Gibbon scoring 2 touchdowns within 20 seconds here in the 4th quarter to blow this open, 1 on a fumble return. Blake Rivera has scored 3 times tonight on the fumble return and on 2 receptions from Clevenger. 4th down, they will go for it. Back to pass, looking to throw over the middle. Wobbly pass is tipped and incomplete. Again, he tried to go to Egger, but also Anderson was right there in the area, and Gibbon had 5 defensive backs, and Egger came down a little awkwardly, and he is slow to get up. He's going to be okay, man. Just had the wind knocked out of him. But that will give the ball over on downs to Gibbon with 3:18 to go in the football game, and as they attend to the player on the field, we'll take a timeout.
Misco Sports Incorporated is proud to support our effort,
where the grass is always greener.
Well, we come back, and David Benj is in as the new quarterback, and in the backfield looks to be John Leonard and maybe Jack Hyde, and they will hand it off to the first man through, who's going to get back to about the line of scrimmage. And that will be number 17, John Leonard, a 165-pound freshman. So we will see a lot of new faces.
A chance for some of these young kids to get in a varsity game. Some they practice just as hard as the rest of them.
Leonard gets a 1-yard pickup on the play. Now lined up in the backfield is Mark Juergens, a fullback wearing 56, normally would wear 21. And up the middle it comes across the 50-yard line. Wood River with a host of new faces in there as well. And Juergens was the man that carried the ball that time. And he is going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. Some of the numbers in there for Wood River. Tyler Dubbs is in. Harders is in at defensive back. Also in number 21, Jared Monson. 3rd down now, back to the offensive set. They'll turn, give it to the I-back. He'll come up across the 50 down to the 46, be short of the first down. It'll be about 4th and 4. Carrying the ball, number 19, Jack Hyde.
Jack Hyde, the ball carrier, brings up 4th down.
It's homecoming, and everybody wants to break a sweat, it looks like. Hyde's going to get about 2 more.
I think everybody's probably going to get a chance to play, for the Gibbon Buffaloes, looks like.
Minute 50 to go. They hustle up, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback turns, hands it off the left side, and they don't get it. The quarterback on the play, Zach Bishop, a freshman, hands it off. And they gave the ball to number 17, Leonard again, and he got about a yard, but not enough, and Wood River will take over.
With a minute 44 here, give Wood River one more chance, to try to get in the end zone and see if they come out and, throw the ball.
Wood River did put points on the board the first 2 weeks. A lot more competitive game, though, for them tonight. And into the ball game for Wood River, Danny Gill comes in, 233-pound freshman. Here comes number 23, Sean Smith into the ball game. Into the ball game, Seth Webster. And the quarterback will be number 23, Sean Smith, out of the I formation. So it's the other Smith coming in. He'll turn, pitch play. Trying to get to the outside will be Tyler Schultz, and Schultz will make it to the line of scrimmage, and then he is driven backwards. And it will be 2nd down, and may have lost a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 10.
It looks like Wood River's got some of their younger players in there as well, letting them get some, time here in a varsity game.
Misco Sports post-game show coming your way next. Sam Bossert comes in for Wood River. We'll have the final stats for you here on Power 99, so stay with us for that. 2nd down and 10. Long count this time by the quarterback. Smith takes, turns, hands to the second man through again. It's Schultz, and he's going to drive forward. 50, breaks a couple of tackles up to the 47-yard line. Nice piece of running there. He'll get 7 yards. Jared Monson is his fullback, trying to give him a little running room. 45 seconds to go in the football game. We play out the string. Bo Bouchon comes into the ball game. Also in there, number 25 with Bo Bouchon we just told you about. And they're going to send him in the backfield. As we play out the string, Gibbon leads at 27-0. Little fullback dive off the right side. And running the football was Jared Monson. He'll be stacked up short. And they're going to try and hustle and get a first down, or hustle and get one more play off at least.
They're really going to have to hurry to get it. There's 10 seconds.
Center Anthony Franzen says, let's go, guys. The last play of the game, pitch play right side. That's going to be Schultz trying to get around the corner. He's got the first down. It'll be brought down on the outside by Sean Clark. He gets a gain of 6, and that's the end of the football game. Your final score is the Gibbon Buffaloes 27.
Auto Quest, your connection for quality used vehicles. In Kearney at 1327 2nd Avenue, across from Long Gun Street. Or 24 hours a day on the web at AutoQuest. Drive away with great savings.
Wouldn't it be great if we never had another hailstorm? Wish I could promise that, but I can't. But wouldn't it be great if I could share with you a roofing company that does a totally professional job and stands behind their work 100%? That I can do. It's Fisher Roofing, right here in Kearney. Fisher Roofing.
Between September 12th and September 20th, receive an extra 20% off already discounted NASCAR die-cast at Brick Street Mall in St. Paul in booth number 55 only. Also receive 25% off any antique or collectible purchase between September 12th and 20th in booth number 55.
New West Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery is Central Nebraska's premier clinic for sports-related injuries and rehabilitation. Doctors Dan Slosky, Heber Crockett, John Wright, and Bernie Cowan are here to help the athlete and all of us. New West Sports Medicine, Central Avenue in Kearney.
Well, we don't want to forget about our Carlos O'Kelly's play of the game. Carlos O'Kelly's for great high school sports action. Keep it on Power 99. And for the best in Mexican cuisine, be sure to dine in at Carlos O'Kelly's just off the interstate in Kearney, also in Grand Island. And Leland, a couple of plays that we could choose from tonight, but we'll go to the tiebreaker and say that the play will be the completed pass on 4th and 13 down at the 18-yard line, which ended up leading to basically the game-clinching touchdown tonight for Gibbon. A little slant pattern across the middle, and boy, did he get hit hard, but he was able to hold on to the football, and then Marfolino went in on the next play to give them the lead for good.
I think that was, definitely the play of the game because, what it did is just kept the momentum away from Woodard because that was a big 4th down play. And if Gibbon wouldn't have got that, Woodard would have had the ball. And at that time, it was a 6-0 ball game. And, still give life. And instead, Gibbon went ahead and got the big first down there and then walked in the next play for a touchdown, make it a 14-point game. And that definitely put the icing on the cake.
So the Carlos O'Kelly's play of the game, the 4th down reception. They got 3 of those tonight, one of them for a touchdown. Carlos O'Kelly's fine Mexican food near the interstate in Kearney and also in Grand Island. Let's take a look now at the stats on the Misco Sports postgame show. Misco Sports at the downtown Kearney Center. All the midget football equipment.